Hey everyone, all right, it's Abel. I'm gonna go ahead and this week is IBL semifinals, and we kind of had a little bit of upsets, or at least I predicted other people to win, and they did not win. But that's the name of the game. So in the semifinals this week, we are going to see Art of War and Cecil Plains, and then we'll see Vex, and then we'll see Cubs. So good fight. I think Cubs right here and Vex. That's going to be a nice showdown. Obviously, I don't know if Art War and Cecil Plains are actually going to fight each other. I don't know. We will see. As of right now, this could be because of a KVK thing where they don't have the number of their participants in the roster. They still got a couple days to actually register their people, so we'll see about that. Looks like Cubs is ready right there, and then Vex again to 21 people out of the 30. So we're going to see if they come full swing. They usually do. Maybe this is a KVK issue of why their main roster is so low. But maybe we see Art of War and Cubs against each other. I hope two different people from two different servers are going to be in the finals. We'll see. Kudos to Server 38. They got their three main alliances in the semifinals. Good job. Congrats on that one. Basically, breaking this down a little bit, you got Cubs and SF. They took a swipe at them. They got it. Cubs is looking really strong. This Vex and Wolf, they're in the same. Obviously, Wolf did not show up. Something happened there. They got no points. That's a hard one to get to, but they're in the same alliance, so that probably was planned. And then HMB, they put up a fight. They got 40 on it, and going down a little bit of troops killed, but the battle, and we got some fighters. A lot of people over a million, so 13 over a million, and then over here we had 14. So everyone kind of fought. It looked like it was a good fight, and but they lost by 60,000. So they got kind of hit right there. So this one right here, Buns, Art of War. I was totally wrong. Now Buns was going to take it. There was some issues, it looks like, and we're going to dive into this one actually. So let it load. And we all know, watching these videos again, sometimes little squares don't pop up at time. But as we see, it looks like Buns kind of went right here, and then Art of War did this nice thing is that they got about 11 people, and I think there's actually a square missing when I watched this earlier. And yes, there he is. So they got 12 people. Power move on the center and smart. If you look at what they did, is they got three up front on each side, and they said forget about the middle, right here, and then. But what that does essentially is it gives them more squares around the center. That whole deal is putting your people as close to the tower as possible. We'll come back to center, and then right now we got tower one. Tower one lined up pretty nicely. Um, Coming in right here, Buns did a shot at trying to relocate, and that actually ends up working. And they did a double reload right there, so that's gonna possibly hurt them in the future, and it does because we know the outcome. But here's the reason why they did the shot. When you have people line up at the front like this, you have a super good advantage of trying to block their relocate from the starting. And it looks like they had four, five in great position, while A.o.W had one, two. Basically two, and then you got the leg man over there. But they also had a lot of people up front. So looks like they only sent four out here, and these squares are actually filled up. Um, and they're going to take that pretty easily. So they obviously focused on tower one, and they went to center. So this guy actually blocked the relocate. Boom. Did not happen. They got doubled right here. So luckily, that Kai got there first. And then we're going to speed this up a little bit. Takes a little bit of time. and everyone's going to be fighting. That's going to be one to watch a little bit. And this one, they went ahead and took that. They destroyed 2 relocations, so it's 2 against this. This tower is going to take it. Go times 2. It's a little easier. And then this is just going to be a dog fight right here at center. But like I said, they have great positioning. They did a power move. Left some space right here for when people come do relocate. The altars, one went to the altar. They initially sent people just marches there, and then one went there, and then they sent troops to the altar, but no castles. So definitely the altars are going to be a play, and we're going to see this guy pop up randomly, probably most likely behind the enemy, and that's just what it is. But as a start, everyone that died, they literally probably were told, hey, come to center, come to center. So right now they got 12, 13, 14 people, and they're in great position. Just got popped right there, but still great position. People, and a lot of people are burning. But I mean, when you're clustered up like that, and ultimately your people in the back row over here, I mean, unless you're defending, you're not going to be doing too much on the tower. But they're moving closer, they're absorbing, and they're moving in. So they took Tower 4. Buns took Tower 4 already. That was a no-brainer. And then you have this Tower 1's going. So that's kind of, you know, you see their people backing off when they're hurt. You see Buns trying to come in. They're trying to wrap around the tower. But again, it's super hard, especially when you're on point, that you're going to destroy those relocations, and then you got to wait another 2.5 minutes to actually relocate. So not a bad deal, but they are slowly squeezing in and pushing forward onto this tower. Buns is going with it, and they are trying to, and I don't think they actually end up getting it. They really need to push to get that tower and continue on further. So let's check back at the altars real quick. So Firing's over here. He must have got destroyed, but he's coming in. He's going to pop up a little bit later. So the bubble is going to drop here shortly on the center tower. And this is the important thing of what's going to happen real quick, is that the positioning is great on A.o.W. They did good with that power move, bringing all the people to the center. You know, just as a reminder, yeah, you can do a strong sweep in IBL, get all the towers, but you only need a certain amount of towers to actually win the game in defense. So here is what I'm talking about. Bubble dropped, and then now people are going mad in the tower. But we only have 3 Buns that are in front of the tower. So every square you're away, it hinders your march getting into that tower. And they popped a support. A.o.W. did. Popped a support, it looks like. And they are just all in on the tower. All in, going for it. Move over here, Gab. Moved. Everyone's busy with the tower. Smart move coming in over there. No one's going to hit him. They're all focused on the tower, and the tower was taken. So now he's over here in position. He's going to kind of snipe some people, or he's going to play decoy while other people are rallying other positions. So right now, kind of got to fight. Like I said, A.o.W. got a great position on the center tower, and they're probably going to hold that out. And let's snap back over here, and Tower 1 got taken. So Buns probably was like, hey, we lost this one. We need to get center, so they're doing a relocation. So here's Firing. All right. So I told him to watch out for him, and they are using the Sun Altar. He did a long shot, and now he's over here causing havoc. And not too much. He's pretty far away, but he's just causing enough distraction. And we'll see if that lasts throughout the whole match. But it's good to get points. That's also a plus. And then Tower 4 over here, they got it. They kind of have too many people, but again, in the heat of the moment, they're trying to get in position, and their relocates were starting to get blocked. So now it's just going to be a mad fight for the center, and it's looking like they're doing short relocates scattered all over. So it takes time to actually get everyone in position, and we're just gonna fast forward a little bit into that. And I believe if I go here, so they tried to make a mad dash at Tower 1, but that didn't work. Tower 4, they said, no, we're good. And now we have A.o.W. that is basically, they're going to start getting ready for defensive. So if we go back to center, they still got their people right here. They're spread out. They got a good setup, and they're staying strong. And then Buns is now they got their people back into formation, but still too far. Too far. But it's really hard to kind of push. You got to push people away. Then you got to get your relocates in there, and that is going to be a little hard. So right now we're at 20 points per second for Buns and 35 for A.w. And then we are going to fast forward this, and now we're kind of towards the end. And Buns got all their people. They're pushing. They're killing people. But as of right now, I think it's a little too late. And A.w. They pulled their home base tower, and they're blocking over here. But unfortunately, they made a power move. Let's see when that happened. Okay. So right around here, this is what happened. So they went in, used the altar, snuck in, and then Gab came over here trying to get people away from the center tower. I mean, it's a good tactic. It is what it is. Their whole family's over there, and they're battling over it. And then so Gab's like, okay, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to cause some havoc. And then you definitely got other people trying to come here, especially if they're sitting idle over here. You might as well come over here if you got the troops. And let's see, it took them 2 minutes. And everyone started coming. And then another 3 minutes. And that's when they started wrapping up the tower. So slowly putting the chokehold on it. Again, it is super important to get all your troops close to the tower as possible while defending yourself. And I think another 2 minutes. Oh, here we go. So it took them a total of 10.5 minutes to basically get it. And it took a lot of effort to get there. And they saw the opening and took it. Now, did they sacrifice? They sacrificed position over here in the center. But as you look at the points are definitely, it's just going to happen. So they got 3 towers. And let's see here. When did Buns take the center? They took the center pretty much around the same time right there. So they took the center at the same time as A.w. was taking the Tower 2. Again, like I said, it was a sacrifice move, but I mean, tit for tat, it worked out for them because now instead of 35 to 20, it's going to be 30 to 25. So, but with that lead, probably the commanders are like, hey, let's do it. This is what we're going to do. And then Buns is probably going to take this right now. Looks like they popped a support skill, and they're going all in. Super. That's awesome just seeing all those troops just go in there. And bang, they got it. And I think that's how pretty much the rest of the match kind of went. And they went over here, took this one close towards the end, got Tower 4. So now basically it's an all-out war, and everyone's at the center trying to hold down the center. And let's see what the quick recap of the final is. And it's looking pretty good, actually. So everyone's just right now getting points. No one's giving up, I see people in here, but that's just because they're dying. I see people in here because they're dying. Everyone's put in effort. And it was a lot of the starting positioning. That was a huge factor. Smart play on A.o.W. They definitely went for 1 tower in the center and they threw a little extra at Tower 4, knowing that, hey, let's focus on 2 towers really instead of 3. So good play on that one, smart. And I mean, those are 2 great teams. They know what they're doing. It's just usually a match of IBL is determined from the beginning. There has been people that do come back. That definitely means that don't give up. Save your speed ups, save your gems. There, if you're gonna get this far into the competition, there's no excuse to not go all the way. And if we look at their stats, I mean, it's definitely going to show. If you look at their stats right here, and it's going to show. They had dang near almost every single person just fighting. Some people kind of were, those are the ones probably guarding the towers, staying back, make sure it's safe. Everyone has their part to play. And then Buns over here, I mean, people were just fighting, 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 fighting. So good job. Kudos to both teams. Buns lost, unfortunately, but A.o.W is going to go. And now we are going to have pretty much a showdown between 38 and 73 once again. So this is going to be a good match right here. Vex and Cubs. Hopefully, Cubs pulls out, beats Vex. And then we have Cubs and Art of War for the final. Never know, though. Vex might take it. Like I said in my other videos, I thought Vex is going to go all the way to the top. And then Buns was going to go all the way to the top. But I was wrong on that. And we're just going to continue. And maybe next week we'll see a little bit different. So thanks, guys. Keep grinding out there. And thanks for the review.